What's up everybody, this is Mechanizer8 here, and welcome to my brand new video. So if you guys don't know, which I'd be surprised if you don't, Spyro is now the talk of the internet, and we've received a rumor that he's coming back this year in Q3 2018, and that his announcement is in March. Now some people in the fanbase have been very cautious about this accusation, and some believe it's fake, and in this video I want to give you guys my personal reasons why I believe 100% that this thing is legit. Now again, keep in mind, this is what I think, and this is what I believe. The original author of the article has stated in the comment section of the article on Twitter that these are speculation and it's a rumor. But the things that I've found, I think can actually back up this accusation that it's supposed to happen in March. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So first things first, we have to understand this. They are a gaming news site. Unlike YouTubers like myself and Canadian Guy A and many others who do this, gaming news sites do gaming news as their job, okay? Like they get paid to do this. When they say they have sources, I don't think they would claim to have sources and not look into them. By that I mean, I don't think they'd hear from some Joe Schmo who says, oh, I know about this, I have facts, I've played beta, and such, and not do background checks on the legitimacy of these people. Because if they weren't, and it turned out they were not legitimate, I'm sure the person who made the article would end up getting into some serious trouble. At least, like I said, it's just what I believe. I don't know if that's 100% accurate. Especially because yesterday, Spyro was number 3 on Twitter's trending list. Now, the author, Laura Kate Dale, has made other articles about leaks, and a couple of times she has been wrong, but you know what she did get right? Mario and Rabbids coming together, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Dragon Ball Z Universe, the Nintendo Switch being made, just to name a few. While you can say she made a couple leak hiccups, so to speak, look at the fact that she got all those other things correct. I'd say that she's a very credible source of information. After Kotaku's original article, GameSpot, GameStop, Game Informer, Extra Life, IGN, the list goes on, all these companies are reporting on this as well, and it got retweeted by Hunter and Ripto's voice actor, Greg Berger. My next point is about the sources themselves. So, the first one that I discovered was Skyfan's convo with Hedox. Now, Hedox is a rather big YouTuber in my honest opinion, and he's also one of my favorite YouTubers, and he's also a really big Spyro fan, go figure. He said to Skyfan that he's known about the game for a while now, since January to be exact. And a little while after that, he says that he knows for a fact that it's coming, and that he'd bet his entire channel on it, so right then and there, you know this is a big deal. A friend of mine on Discord told me about the beta testers, and happens to actually know one of them. Now at first, I was a bit skeptical about this. You know, after the whole run-in with Alex and all that jazz, if you guys follow Canadian Guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But they told me they'd known about this since December or January, which Hedox said the exact same thing. So before you jump onto the bandwagon of, it's fake, don't listen to them, both their months line up, and my friend didn't know Hedox said this, so that only pushes the possibility of it being legitimate even closer to us. What does this tell us now? Beta testers have been playing the game, meaning it's most definitely in the works. Whether or not the announcement's going to be in March is still debatable, but we'll be getting to that shortly. Now, if you'd like to know what they said, this is exactly what they said to me. They said, quote, "You didn't hear this from me, but beta testers have had restricted access to Spyro since January. I may as well say this now since the secrets were blown by Kotaku. They told me this was one of those trade secrets and she wasn't allowed to say anything, but she's not under an NDA, so technically she can say whatever she wants." They also state that the game is damn near complete, and reveals are intended for March or April. Now, the person doesn't really care if I use their name, but I'm choosing not to, and here's why. Spyro, as of right now, is a huge topic for conversation on the internet. I won't say their name because I don't want this person being hounded by other people on the internet for more information. From what I've been informed of by this friend, is that the source that they have is in fact legitimate, and that them stating that they've known since January only proves that this fact is even more true, in my opinion. Okay, so now the fun part. We are going to be diving into the evidence here. Throughout this part, keep in mind that the article claims that the announcement for the remaster will be in March. So if you don't already know, Eric Hirschberg, who is the CEO of Activision, and the one who said we'd be looking into other IP after the success of Ancient Trilogy, is in fact leaving Activision due to the expiration of his contract with them. Now I'm saying this because the expiration is in March, and while talking to Spyro Universe and that Canadian Guy A, we believe that it's going to be his last hurrah, so to speak. He wanted Crash to come back and look what happened, so it would make sense to have one of his biggest IPs come back and that be the last thing under his belt before his departure. Number 2, now Numskull as many of you know, are making Spyro merch, and that announcement for that merch is coming in March of this year. Now, Josh Gaming has asked them if it was for the remaster, and they said they don't know. Well, the reason why they'd say they don't know is because they have to play dumb here. They can't tell us why they're making the merch. They could have just said it was for his 20th anniversary, then it would have been able to be debunked, but by them saying they don't know, that just leaves the door wide open. And number 3, also, Box launched not only with their Spyro shirt back in stock, but they have Spyro merch of their own coming out later this year, most likely September, which is when Kotaku claimed it would come out. I say claimed, but I really mean predicted. Now, before I give my final statements, I want to make sure we're all on the same page. I cannot stress enough that this is just what I believe. Laura has said on Twitter that these are still rumors. But also keep in mind what I said earlier about the rumors that she's talked about that ended up being true. I believe, without a doubt, that the Spyro Remaster is in fact coming. Whether the aspect of it coming out in March is still debatable, but I think the chances are fairly high if you ask me. The last piece is that Destiny 2 dropped out of nowhere last March, and even though it's a different company, Bubsy's new game came out of nowhere. There is actually a conference in March, I believe it's called the Game Developers Conference, but with Destiny 2 dropping out of nowhere, and that was by Activision, that kinda goes to show it doesn't need a conference in order for this to happen. And that's the last thing I have to say, so what do you guys think? Please let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I do love reading all of your comments. If you liked this video, please be sure to flame that like and subscribe button below, and fly on over to that notification bell for all your Spyro news and all things Spyro. With this said, I am Mechanizer8. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.